Hello, my fellow anglers and friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your fishing buddy, and today we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a very interesting day, Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, November, that's getting chilly. But hold on, because this particular day, according to our intel, is shaping up to be quite special for UK anglers. We've got some unique conditions brewing that could lead to either a challenging test of skill or, if you play your cards right, some truly memorable catches. Stick with me, because I'm going to share some real gold on how to outsmart the fish and make the most of this November day, no matter the conditions. First up, let's talk tactics and target species. Based on what the fish are generally doing in early November, and combining that with our weather forecast, here are a few species I think you should focus on. For our freshwater enthusiasts, let's talk about the mighty pike. My friends, early November is absolutely prime time for these freshwater apex predators. With water temperatures steadily dropping, pike are actively feeding up for winter. You'll want to find them around drop-offs where shallower water quickly gives way to deeper troughs, and along the edges of weed beds that are starting to die back. Why there? Because that's where their food, the bait fish, will be seeking refuge and finding some warmth. Given the mild, partly cloudy conditions we're expecting, they might be even more inclined to hug these sheltered areas. For tackle, a medium to heavy spinning rod is your best bet. Try medium to large lures like jerkbaits or spinnerbaits, worked at a moderate, erratic pace. If dead baiting is more your style, a sea dead bait like mackerel or sardine, or a freshwater roach ledgered near those drop-offs will be irresistible. Don't be shy with bait size. These fish are looking to pack on weight for winter. Next, let's focus on the ever-popular perch. These striped warriors are fantastic targets right now. With water temperatures trending downwards, you'll find them starting to shoal up in deeper sections of larger lakes and slow-moving rivers. Look for them around submerged structures like old sunken trees, bridge pillars, or even deeper marginal reed beds. Again, it's all about finding those baitfish concentrations and ambush points. A light to medium spinning rod with small to medium lures, such as soft plastics on a jig head or small crankbaits, can be incredibly effective. Work them slowly along the bottom or near cover. A simple float rig with a worm or maggot can also yield great results, especially for larger specimens. And for our sea anglers, let's talk about whiting. These guys are really starting to show up in numbers as we head further into autumn, and they're at their best around this time. You'll find them close to the shore, often over sandy or mixed ground. They're not fussy eaters, which makes them a great target for beginners and experienced anglers alike. A 3-hook flapper rig using ragworm, lugworm, or small strips of mackerel is a fantastic setup. Cast out a decent distance, as they often patrol slightly further out. The mild temperatures and generally calm seas with minimal rain should make for comfortable whiting fishing. Now, for those looking for something a bit bigger in the sea, let's consider cod. Autumn is an excellent time for cod fishing as they migrate closer to the coast to feed. While some might be moving offshore later in the month, the beginning of November can still offer good opportunities. Target deeper marks, particularly around rocky areas, wrecks, or reefs. Ledgering with peeler crab, squid, or large lugworm baits can be very effective. Given the low pressure, they might be actively foraging, so don't be afraid to try some bigger baits. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the conditions for the 6th of November. Weather. We're looking at a generally mild day for November. Temperatures across the UK will likely range from around 8 to 17 degrees Celsius, or 47 to 62 degrees Fahrenheit, with London expecting some particularly mild highs. The atmospheric pressure is generally low and unsettled, which can sometimes make fish a bit finicky, but those periods just before or after a slight change can often trigger a feeding spell. The wind will be coming from the southwest with a moderate strength. Precipitation-wise, it's looking mostly dry across much of England, with a low chance of light rain, perhaps a 40% chance in some northern areas like Dumfries and Galloway during the day. London is even expected to have fine and bright conditions with long sunny spells. Overall, not a bad day to be on the bank or boat. Water temperature. As we head into November, water temperatures across the UK will definitely be on the cooler side. Inland freshwater bodies will likely hover around 6 to 10 degrees Celsius or 43 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Coastal sea temperatures, particularly in southern areas like freshwater, might still be around 14 degrees Celsius or 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling trend, my friends, is key. It triggers a pre-winter feeding response in many species as they try to bulk up before the coldest months. Moon phase. On the 6th of November 2025, we are under a waning gibbous moon. This means the moon is still very bright, about 99% illuminated, and it's just one day after the full moon, also known as the beaver moon. Many anglers believe a strong moon phase like this can stimulate fish activity, especially around moonrise and moonset. While the moon is waning, the lingering energy from the full moon often keeps fish active, particularly predators. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, early November sees a transition. Many summer species are now gone or less active, while winter residents and active predators come to the fore. Sea fish are definitely grouping up and adding weight, making them a good target if you can brave the conditions. Freshwater predators like pike and perch are in their prime feeding periods. Roach and other coarse fish will be shoaling, often seeking deeper, more comfortable water but still actively feeding. The mild yet unsettled weather with low pressure, falling but still reasonable water temperatures, and a strong waning gibbous moon means overall activity should be reasonable, but fish will be more concentrated in their preferred holding areas. So my overall assessment for fishing on the 6th of November 2025 is a good to capricious rating. The cooling water and unsettled low-pressure weather mean fish will be active but potentially finicky. Predatory species like pike and larger perch should be feeding well as they prepare for winter. Coarse fish like roach and bream will be shoaling tightly and seeking deeper, warmer water. Patience, careful bait presentation, and adapting to the conditions will be your greatest assets. Look for those brief windows of increased activity, especially during lulls in the rain or slight pressure changes. There you have it, my fellow anglers, your comprehensive forecast for the 6th of November. Get out there, enjoy the challenge, and may your lines be tight. No scales, no tails. Remember, every day on the water is a good day. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future forecasts. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this November? What's your go-to bait when the weather gets a bit unsettled? Share your observations, friends, and let's help each other catch more fish.